Hello and welcome to Mixologist. What I'm doing today is I'm working on this Edelbrock carb. I'm trying to kind of take it apart, and the customer sent it in because it wasn't running very good, and also crucially, I mean, this is going to need a thorough clean, which I'll do in a bit. But the main complaint was that it was flooding. Now, and that's one of the things that you need to do always when you check floats. This float, for example, I can hear the liquid inside the float, and as you can see, fuel is already starting to come out of it. So this float clearly is broken, and so I will need to completely replace it in order to make the carb work again. And also I'll do the needle and seats, I'll do everything. I'll do a kind of full rebuild on the carb. But that's how you test floats, by looking at by either doing like this, and if you can't hear any liquid inside them, or the other one, which you need to do as well, because let's say this one is easy because this was in the car not a long time ago. So what you do is you put some water in a cup, and then you just put the float in, and if you can see bubbles or anything, then that's your clue that the float is broken. So always check floats before putting them back in an engine, especially this brass floats that are hollow inside. You don't have that much of a problem with the Holly style floats that are like this, because they are solid floats, so the only thing you need to do is clean them. So these ones are less problematic, so to speak, but this one can be problematic, and in this particular case we've got a case of dodgy float. So that's the main diagnosis for this carb. Now obviously I need to go and clean it all out, and I'm going to use this video to also give you a few characteristics of the Edelbrock carb, because I haven't done any of these for the channel, so I'll update you as I go along. Okay, so after doing that small video, that segment about the float bowl, now I'm going to talk you through what's going to be the strategy for cleaning this particular unit. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these main components here, so the Venturis and the jets, and I'm going to put the rest of the unit on the ultrasonic cleaner for half an hour, and then I'm going to blow it with air, and I'm going to maybe clean other components, and that's going to be kind of the cleaning strategy for this particular unit, whilst I get all the parts I need to fix it up. Okay, I wanted to show you the results of the cleaning process before I get ready to assemble this unit. So if I bring you slightly closer here, I'm going to show you. Okay, so as you can see, this has been cleaned. There was a lot of like carbon deposits, and now the innards of this carb are now kind of very clean. Everything is free from carbon, and this is now ready to be assembled. Obviously I assembled a couple of things, but I'm still waiting for the gasket set, which should come tomorrow, and once I do that I'll be able to put this completely assemble this unit again. I'll show you when the carb kit comes, and I'll show you all the other bits, and I'm going to do another video comparing this model carb with the Holy carb, but that's the subject of another video. So I'll show you once I've done this how it looks once the unit is completely finished. Okay, so this brings us to the end of this Edelbrock build that we've been doing. And one thing that I'm gonna bring the camera around, I'm gonna show you this interesting kind of safety mechanism that this carb has, so that you don't actuate the secondary until the carb is warm. So basically, if we look here, we'll have a look. Yeah, you should be able to see it there. So basically, if the engine is cold, basically the choke will still be actuating, and therefore if you try and actuate the secondaries here, you will have this safety mechanism, whilst if the engine is hot, the choke will be like this, and you will be able to fully actuate the secondaries. I thought that was a kind of a neat characteristic of this carbs. But other than that, it's got new gaskets, new everything's. One of the things that is important with this carbs, let me show you here, is that you always have to check that this kind of goes up and down like that is not stuck, because that would cause fueling problems if it was. So actually this carb is okay. So now the only thing I need to do is I need to pack it and get it ready to send to the customer, and I'll see you on the next episode.